think I did it. I think I did it. I think I did it. I think I have the most basic Streamlabs profile, and I don't know how well I set up my microphone. It looks like it's picking up maybe even the rain that's happening in the background, and maybe even my awesome fans in my awesome new computer. I don't know. Hi. I thought I would show everybody my Minecraft world and flex on the fact that I have a computer that can do these things now. What? Wait, can I show you my computer? Hang on, let me check. I'm not gonna like dox myself or my mess. There's a little bit of a mess. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's gonna be hard to see because of the glass. Because it's glass. Because I'm like really cool and have a really cool PC now. So there's glass. This is my computer. I put all these bits in this. I did all that. It was in bits, and now it all works. I'm scared to show you the monitor because I'm scared to make some sort of terrible parallax error and break the world. So let's not do that. Also, I was going to put a background, but I didn't know how to do it, and then you would miss out on the fact that I have a rock tumbler that I had to turn off because otherwise you would hear it tumbling rocks. That's just true. That's just the thing. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I am working on a video, and maybe at some point, just to extra flex, I can maybe show you the start of the video that I'm working on, showing the build. And the build took some turns. It took some turns. I ended up making a cardboard bus shelter and then getting in my city's local news for that out of the cardboard from the computer build. So yeah, that's cool. I don't have any intentions of becoming a streamer or doing this a whole heap, but I did want to just see if my computer could do it, so that on the D&D show that I do with a bunch of awesome people, if anytime I want to DM, I don't have to rely on somebody else to stream. I can take the whole emotional energy of streaming and everything. I do have to apologize. My keyboard is the loudest keyboard ever because, you see, it was $20 from Kmart, and it is rainbow. And all the little stickers are because I can do really cool video editing. No, that's a very silly thing to say. The stickers are because I'm learning how to use a bunch of features in the editing software I use, which is DaVinci, which I couldn't use before because I was running it off a really old laptop that was very angry at me. So I'm learning all these special shortcuts, hence why the stickers. But it's got all these colors, and I can press this button and all the colors do different things, but it is very loud. Hey Emery, thanks for popping in. That's what I had hoped people were going to do. I hope people were going to just jump in because I just want to say hello to everybody. So thank you. I am just really quickly telling everybody about my awesome computer, which a bunch of people donated money on Ko-fi for, and if you did that, I am just blown away and grateful. I am really blown away and grateful, but I think my husband is even more blown away and grateful because he didn't really know that Ko-fi was like a thing that existed. So like random people helping me buy a computer where I could like make money for us by video editing, and I have gotten some jobs, so I am getting better at that every day. Okay, enough talk. I'm stalling because I need to show you my creation. Alright, are you ready to see just something that's going to make you question my mental health in regards to Minecraft? Let's go. Let me know how the once we get in there, let me know if the audio is okay. I am going to move this so I can see chat. Yeah, let me know if the audio is weird or if it's flat out not working. I can see that it's streaming, so I think I can see that it's working. But yeah, let me know. So this is my Minecraft pyramid. I've been building it for pretty much all of 2021, on and off. That's ugly inside there. That's because that's the that's how I built it originally. That's how I got all the way to the top. So this pyramid goes all the way to the top block, and I do want to get it so it goes, so something happens all the way down to the bottom block, to bedrock, but I don't know what yet. So I'll show you. I've only completed one side of the pyramid, and I'm working on the second side, which is why I'm streaming, because it's a grind. It's really, it's dumb. This is very silly. I also have built these sculptures because I have to. Sound is working. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, so I have to go and dig, obviously, for cobblestone. So and for iron and stuff for my tools. So then when I bring out cool stuff, I'm sort of want to make one of these sculptures of all the different. I want to make more floaty sculptures. See that one in the distance? I feel like it's cool. And then over here I have like, anyway, this is the field how I feed myself. This is not the only project in this world. This is essentially like only the second Minecraft world I've ever made. And in this world I have a very, very long minecart track. I thought Minecraft might have been I thought it might have been sorry, what am I trying to say? I didn't realize it was infinite, and so I was trying to circumnavigate. I was trying to get from one end of Minecraft to the other in one minecart track, and it and then at some point during that journey I found out that it was infinite. It was just going to keep going, but now I have this really long minecart track which we could ride. I also have a pride flag, which was the first thing that I ever built. That's how I taught myself how to play Minecraft, was by building that. And I have made a model of the Asterix and Obelisk village, which we can go visit as well. I can show off all my things, but this is okay. And then I got I made this garden because through my travels I had collected a bunch of seeds, and so I made this garden, and then I kind of just started building pyramids, and then I couldn't stop building pyramids, and there are inverted pyramids, there are all these pyramids, and I liked how they looked in the sunset. I feel like I might have tapped into some deep human need to build pyramids on top of each other. This is my greenhouse. To build pyramids, and so I was like, oh, pyramid, yes. Pyramids, 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 biggest pyramid ever. It doesn't even render out to the top. So yeah, I don't even know. Now I just want to show off. I just want to show all the things I've made. Oh, I don't have a door here. Yeah, so I like the sun going down. You can always line it up so the sun goes down directly behind or like in line with the pyramid, which I think is cool. Yeah, okay, so I will show you my full big pyramid. Hey, it's Big Boops. I knew you'd show up, Big Boops. You're always so supportive. I was just explaining that I have lots of different things I've made in this world, but then I got pyramid fever and am now just trying to make the biggest pyramid ever. But another thing I'm really proud of is the first thing I ever made was a pride flag out of wool, and that's how I kind of taught myself Minecraft. And then the second thing I made was I tried to circumnavigate Minecraft before I knew it was infinite, so I made a really long track, and then I recreated the Asterix and Obelisk village. Okay, let's go up. So this pyramid stops at the top brick, like you can't put another brick on. And I don't know why I did that. It's very big. Numbers are exponential. Like, numbers get big fast. I don't know how big it is. I build it by I've been building it from the bottom up now, so I could try and count it, but I don't know. It's pretty big. I'm not good at building intricate things that look super good, but I'm good at, choosing a thing and sticking to it and building a giant thing. So at some point you just lose all of the ground, excuse me. And look, it's a bit of a hike. It's a bit of a hike to the top of the pyramid. I'm not gonna lie. It's large. Oh, I can't hear the pyramid sound. I can't hear the Minecraft sound. What happened? I don't know. Maybe up here there is no sound. Yeah, there is a stopping height. I'll show you. So just like there's bedrock. And I think while I was building this, they updated it, so there were even more bricks than if I had built it a year ago where it wasn't so high. So see, it says height limit for building. So it's not 255 blocks tall because it's not a bedrock. Wait. No, that's 255 from sea level, and then it goes minus, maybe? No, it doesn't. 0 is bedrock. So, yeah. Anyway, so you can see I've built this side all the way to the ground, but not this side or this side, and at the moment, I'm building this side. And I was building it from the top down for a little while, and I didn't know that if you crouched, you wouldn't fall off the edge, so I was just hanging out on the precipice a lot like this, just getting a good old game adrenaline rush. But then I learnt that if you crouch, there's no way of going. Sorry, if you don't like heights, this is a lot to deal with. But that takes a long time to do it that way, and it's much faster to do it where you're not worried you're going to fall to your Minecraft death all the time. So yeah, I've been building out this side. I don't know how long the sides of the pyramid are. So what I do is I just build, and then I build down to a point, and then if that, isn't lining up yet, and then I keep going. And I keep going and I keep going until the math happens and I get the full side of the pyramid. Hang on, I'll show you inside in a minute. There are a couple of very big problems. One is if you build an enclosed space, everything gets dark. And if everything gets dark, you get baddies. So inside my pyramid, I have to keep on putting more and more torches because lots of baddies spawn in there. It's all good, Beck. Thanks. I was only hoping people would just drop in and say hi. I'm gonna keep talking to the few people that are in here and talking to myself. I'm very capable of that, but I really appreciate you dropping by and seeing my beautiful giant pyramid. Yeah, so that's the gist. That's the wild choices I've been making. I don't know why, but does anyone really know why they build something in Minecraft? Like, you just start building and you just see where your heart takes you, and my heart has, it's definitely pyramid shaped, you know? Alright, so I'm just going to show you inside. But that's why I got my sword out, because I scared myself. I scared myself, and it wasn't even a zombie that I heard. It was the water. Yeah, so this is inside the pyramid. As I said, it's very dark. I haven't decided where I'm like, well, where is my shield? I haven't decided if I'm clearing this out completely or clearing it out to like a height, which is why I've like undercut like here. I kind of like the idea that there's like a floaty thing in here. So, I don't know. I've been playing around with different ideas. There's like a haunted, there's a haunted village back here, which adds to the spookiness. There's a general spooky vibe underneath the pyramid. Maybe I should lean into that. But yeah, I like the floaty things. I do want to get rid of all of this though. I heard a baddie. I do want to get rid of all of this sort of scaffolding I built. So essentially what I did, hey dude, is I built like one tower. And when I say tower, I mean like this. I built like this all the way to the top block, right? And then I, not knowing that you could crouch, I just kind of went a little bit sideways and did this and did this and just kept on going like that for as far as I could. There's much better ways to do it, I'm certain. What's down here? What was that? But as I said, I'm just learning, and I couldn't find any bamboo, which I knew is actually scaffolding. But I don't even know what I would have put the bamboo on anyway. There is also a portal in here. Crossing to the netherworld is probably the thing I am worst at. Like doing stuff in the netherworld is probably the thing I'm the worst at so far in Minecraft. Like, I can get here, I can appreciate it. I've made some of those torches, they're apparently important. I've had a good chat to the pigs. And like, I come in here, I admire it, I collect some stuff, and then I don't know what to do with it, so then I go back and keep building my pyramid. I wonder if I can build like another pyramid in the netherworld. That'd be cool. My nieces and nephews also play Minecraft. I do intend one day to fight the Ender Dragon with them. That would be really great. Currently, I don't know if anybody has played the game Lasers and Feelings, but that is what we are currently doing. Let me drop off some of this stuff before we venture into the rest of my It's very weird streaming because you become hyper aware of how your voice sounds. When I was DMing stuff on Hit Dice Heroes, I realized that I still say just so much, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except that it, potentially becomes quite annoying to listen to. I don't think there's anything wrong with I don't know, different kind of vocal tics. I also tend to vocal fry, which is this, like, I can't do it. This thing. I tend to like vocal fry down to nothing, down to like. When I was recording the voiceover for the critical safety video I made, I kept on having to do different voiceovers because I kept on just saying the script and vocal frying just the whole thing, just like it's very weird. It's a very weird habit, and I do it especially when I'm like not talking to somebody else, like when I'm just essentially recording myself or talking to myself. I can hear a spider. Yeah, so I will show you my first camp. We're heading towards my first camp. The first things I ever built through the forest. And so this is back at my first camp, and the first thing I ever built was this pride. We should go to sleep so we can see it in the daylight. But this pride flag that is made out of wool. And so it meant that I taught myself Minecraft because I had to like work out how to color all the wool, work out how to, you know, build up that high. All those kinds of things. Yeah, so I've got this huge farm here. I've got sheepies up here because I needed all the wool, obviously. And there used to be a buy flag there, but I liked my pride flag better, and also I stole the wool from the buy flag to finish my pride flag. There you go. You will notice some of these blocks up here, these brown ones, are not wool. Thank you very much, Holly. Yeah, I don't remember why I did it. It was, you know, something that I wanted to make, but also it was a 2D thing. It was something that like I knew would be like pretty instantly recognizable, and I thought like the progressive pride flag made it like just a little bit harder than it just being stripes, so that I would have to work it out. I am still on the hunt for brown dye or brown sheep. It's not quite finished yet. There is some dirt blocks which I don't like that at all. Don't want dirt blocks. Yeah, the rest of it is dyed wool, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. I'm proud of my pride flag. And then so obviously to do all that I needed to dig, you know, because I needed to make tools and stuff. So my first mine is down here. I'm not going to show you, but so I got my enchanting table in here. I have 2 enchanting tables. I have one here and one at my Asterix and Obelisk village. So this first little I feel like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like there's like a meme of going on a date with a gamer boy and he brings you home and shows you his Minecraft world. That's what I feel like. I feel like essentially I'm like forcing you guys to enjoy my Minecraft world. And you know, you can leave if you want. You came here, you know what was happening. Oh no, I need a train track. Do I have train tracks? Train tracks? Let me see. Yes. So yeah, because I've been doing it for a while in this one server, okay, but can we just take a moment and appreciate the fact that my computer is playing Minecraft, streaming, using Streamlabs, and it's like working? That's wild. That's some wild stuff. Okay, so essentially, this is about the middle of my giant railway. So it'd be much cooler if we got to one end and then rode all to the other end. I think this end... Oh, hi Danielle! Bidet! I love bidet. It's so funny because... I don't know. It's such a perfect Critical Role thing, but also it makes me think about how people think that Australians say g'day to each other. And I tell you what, I think the only times I say g'day to people is like, you know how when you're, I don't know, you're about to insert yourself into like a dangerous situation, or like you're trying to be incredibly overtly like non-threatening to kind of, what do I mean? For example, as a teacher, if I'm seeing like two kids squaring up to fight, I'll like come over and I'll be like, "G'day guys, what do we got going on here?" Like that g'day is being like, I'm being hyper unthreatening. Apart from that, I don't think I say g'day to oh no, I need one here too. To my friends, but definitely bidet to critters. Bidet for sure. So Danielle, I was saying, oh, it might be Danielle. Sorry, I'm very bad at reading names. I was saying that I thought that Minecraft had ends, like, I guess, like Age of Empires. I thought the map had like an end to it. So after I built my pride flag, the next thing I wanted to do was build one straight. I wanted to circumnavigate Minecraft essentially, except I thought it was flat. So I just wanted to get from one end to the other with my train tracks, with my mine track. Yeah, so this is how I explored for ages. This is just I built this huge long, and we can chat for a while. It's going to take a while to get to the end. So on one end of these, I successfully get across the ocean to the next bit of land. On another end of it, I bailed in the middle of the ocean. Because it wasn't fun anymore. And, yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's this similar vibe in retail, Holly, yeah, so I agree with that, where you're just trying to be like, I'm one of you, I'm just you know, nothing to see here, g'day, what's going on here, kind of, I don't know, you sort of hike up the Australian, for some reason, the vernacular, to be like, we're all good friends here, we're just buddies. If you're trying to like, I don't know. It's similar if you're in like a club and you see, you know, somebody uncomfortable and you just kind of go, "G'day, how are we going?" It can be like a threatening g'day. Holly, I worked in retail for so many years. I was so bad at it. I worked at Australian Geographic, which is like but it's like an upmarket, it's like STEM kind of toy and Australiana shop. And everything we sold, you could buy, a bunch of the toys that we sold, you could buy at Toys R Us for cheaper, which I know is like bad in capitalism, but it's also like, you know, you see a kid really wants a toy and you see the family's like, we're not going to be able to get it. I'll be like, it's like $20 cheaper. Like literally on the other end of the mall. And, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if somebody says g'day, they're either trying to avoid a fight or looking to get in one. Yes. 100%. Yeah, it's so funny. I wonder what changed. I wonder why that's true. You'll notice we're still on my mine track. I'm not currently doing anything because it's powered by redstone. This is the only redstone thing I know how to do. I did try and learn other redstone things, but I don't know. Sometimes I believe that play and fun can be difficult, and you can like push through something hard to like, you know, there's a learning curve. But sometimes things are just hard. They're just too hard. As someone, you kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah, you kind of learn to speak a certain way when you're trying to suss out random people in random social situations. There's another Aussie phrase, Holly, that I'm trying to remember. I've been trying to remember what it is that I only use in those similar situations where I'm, yeah, either trying to end or start a fight. Not start a fight. End a problem or like start a conflict. Oh no, I'm gonna get kicked off. Oh well, it is dark, so we could stop here. But why? It's pretty safe because there's lights all along my track. It's pretty safe to go at night. Things do try and get you. Mate. Yes. Yeah. What you doing there, mate? Hi, mate. Oh, yes. Holly, I think that was the one I was trying to think of. Yes. So, like, if somebody random says, "Hey, mate," to me, something bad is happening. Not necessarily they're doing something bad, but they're denoting to me. I think maybe both g'day and mate are ways to like instantly get rapport. So you can be like, "Hey, mate, you just rolled your shopping trolley over my toes," or like, "Hey, mate." That's how I'd come up to somebody if I notice, like, I don't know. You know, you do that good community thing where you tell somebody like their tail light is out. I'm like, "Hey, mate, I just noticed one of your tail lights is out." But I've said mate, so you know I'm just a good Australian person. All right, let's go to my Asterix village. It's down this path. We may not be safe. I should get out my sword. So I can't remember why I wanted to build an Asterix and Obelisk town. I love Asterix and Obelisk. It does now not really stand up like they are. I don't want to die here. I don't have a new bed currently. Maybe I should just run. I think I'm going to just run. It does now have kind of... It's not kept up with the times. So this is the entrance. And I built it using like a map, obviously, and like my knowledge about the comics. This is the guard's house, etc. And it's like the blacksmith. I've stolen the thing that was here, but this is the chief's house. Remember, the chief sits on the big chair. This is the fishmonger. He always has slightly bad smelling fish. Anyway, you get the vibe. And this is where the bard lives. In the tree. Yeah, so you can see they've got like the thatched straw roof. Oh, down there's the feast. Oh, I fell in the feast. This is the feast. And then this is Obelisk's home. Obelisk's home is in the quarry, near the quarry, and Asterix's home's up there. They're not very interesting. What is interesting, what I think is interesting, is the Druid's house. So this is the Druid's house. It used to have cool stuff in here, but I've taken it because I don't hang around here anymore. But there's a secret passage. This isn't a comic thing. But essentially the Druid sometimes in the comics is in a house and sometimes lives in a tree. So I made a house that leads to a tree. That was my idea. So, and there used to be like an enchanting thing here. I got like this little mushroom area in here. I don't know why, just for funsies. Down here is, oh no, that's where the tree is. In here is the mine I used to get the stuff to build the village. The whole village is undermined. This is bad infrastructure. It's all undermined. And like, you can see the water from the river that's in the village coming through there. Anyway, I undermined the village, and I'm proud of it. It's fine. Then down here, this must be an Enderman. I tend to leave Enderman blocks. I don't know what other people normally do. I respect the Enderman, not the Enderman. Yeah, I respect, they're doing their stuff. I have realized that it's very easy to accidentally do a colonialism in Minecraft. There's quite a lot of, oops, I did a colonialism. Quite a lot of not speaking the language of the people. Quite a lot of stealing stuff from people's homes. So I try not to do too many colonialisms. For example, when an Enderman drops a block, I like to leave it there. I assume it has a purpose. So we're walking to the Druid's tree. And it used to have a potion brewing station here, but like I said, I sort of took all the really good stuff out of this village because I wasn't coming here that often. But this is the cauldron. And then, yeah, this is the thicker ass tree I made for the Druid's tree. And then this is how I planned the Asterix and Obelisk village from up here, and also how I view it. Yeah. Thanks, Holly. I really appreciate you coming to hang out. You are the best. I appreciate a good chat about Australian language. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so what I think we should do is find somewhere to sleep, and then oh no, rude. And then come back when the sun is coming up, and then look at the village, and then that'll be good. We've looked at the village, and that'll be fun. Thank you. I'm not going to be able to sleep. There are monsters about. Okay, let's kill some. Hello. Hello. You can't hide. I can see you. Hello. Hello. I would like to... At least I have... Something's getting me from behind. Oh, a spider. Ah! Okay. I need to eat some bread. I wonder if they can get through that hole. I doubt it. No! I want to eat the bread. Okay. I rely on bread a lot. Let me see if I can go to bed. No, they're monsters. I know there are monsters. Where did they go? They're hiding. there still monsters? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't really like learn special things to make my Asterix village like more true to life or anything like that. I just built it as best I could, just like mostly using whole blocks, and so it's, you know, it's sort of pixely and clunky like a lot of Minecraft stuff is, but I was really proud of it in the end. I set out to build something, and it genuinely does kind of look like, if I was good at Streamlabs, which I learnt in half an hour today, so I'm not, I would show you like a picture of the actual village, the actual Asterix village, and you could see that it's actually like, it's decent. It's pretty close. Alright. The other good thing about once I start building my pyramid and streaming at the same time is that I will stop listening to YouTube and Twitch debate, like political debaters, which is a habit I've gotten into, and I dislike it. But it's like, I don't know, it's like eating junk food. Like it's bad, but it's also good. I could ride this horse, but you know, we're getting acquainted with each other. I'm not yet ready to ride it. Curiously, me in real life broke my back falling off a horse, so this horse being here is, you know, this is as close as I want to get right now. He's very cute though. He's a good boy. Okay. But yeah, it might be a bit faster if I rode the horse, but oh well. Yeah, so I do want to get out of the habit of just constant listening to debate bros, political debaters, debate for the sake of debating on Twitch and YouTube. Not that people shouldn't listen to that. It's just more like it's a junk food. And I've ruined my YouTube algorithm. It no longer shows me things I want to watch. It just shows me more different and intense debates, and it's just not. That's not fun. I don't want that. Yeah. So, oh no, come here. Okay. Yeah, so we haven't even gotten to the end of my mine track, which goes this way still quite a bit. There's another house up here, another camp. And I don't think I built anything else significant out this way. I feel like I've built something. Oh, there's like two big mountains, and I'm trying to continue this straight line by just building like a big bridge across the mountains. But apart from that, I think mostly nothing, I think. Yeah, so I swim to build my track over the water. I did do a lot of rowing. I did a lot of rowing to start with. But you can still get pretty lost. And so then I put down lily pads. Lily pads are a good way to mark where you are on water. But I just, you know, I wanted my Minecraft track. I wanted my mine track. So I did that instead. This isn't new land. This is just like this bit of land stretches around to here. So we haven't gone over an ocean yet. One thing I'd like to say is that I am really upset that it took me so long to get into Minecraft. What was your original inspiration for building big pyramids? I don't know. I actually, okay, yeah. There was a mountain that I came across that was almost a pyramid, and then once I like knocked a couple of things off and I made it a pyramid, I was like, ooh, I like that. And then I made more pyramids. So that's not a great story, but I choose to think it harkens, there's something deep inside about humans all over the world where we need to like build towers, and the stablest best way to build a tower when you're just started learning what engineering is a pyramid. That's it. It's very simple. Yeah. And also it's very meditative once you get into it. You're just like dropping blocks and jumping and dropping blocks and jumping. And you can like just kind of switch off. It's quite mindful in a way. I do wish it wasn't so big. I do, because it's taking a while. It's taking a long time. I'm not gonna lie, it's taking a long time. But you can see I'm not scared of projects that take a long time, because as you can see, we're still on my mine track. Oh, it's interesting that Minecraft is built in such a way where it's usually, I think, because of things coming to blow it up, but like the track needs repairs. It's got an infrastructure problem, there's infrastructure. Have we gone over more ocean yet? Oh, there's some bamboo. I should get some bamboo. And a lamb. Yeah. My original reason for going really far is I must have run out of red blocks here. I needed, sorry, I say a lot. It's also really hard when you're carrying on a conversation with your own self. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad that I'm not alone. I like having the bad guys. Originally, it made it really hard, but now it's sort of just like a nice little distraction every now and again. I find it also very helpful. Oh, I haven't done a good job at. It's like this track. The further you go out from the middle, the least infrastructure spending I've done. Yeah, I sort of like playing it so that I especially like the day and night, because this is kind of silly, but it like reminds me that time is passing and that I've been on Minecraft for a while. So every time there's a night time, it gives me sort of an impetus. What knocked me off just then? Oh, we're gonna have to do some testing. It gives me a chance to decide if I want to go to bed, essentially, which I appreciate and which I think is good for a game that kids play so that they can regulate their time. I'm sorry, I'm a teacher. I think this way. I also think, I was going to say, I'm kind of annoyed that it took me until now to get into Minecraft because I had lots of people. These are activator rails, and for some reason they shouldn't be here. And also these aren't These aren't activating anything. What is happening? This is terrible. Need some basic infrastructure. I had lots of kids always want to talk to me about Minecraft because they were really excited about it. And, you know, they'd been working on their worlds. And I never... I always talk to them, of course, because I'm not a terrible teacher. But I never really had the shared experience. And now I love it when I come across kids I can talk to about Minecraft because they're always so surprised at how much I know about it. It is nighttime, Minecraft. Minecraft, it is nighttime. Let me sleep. It is nighttime. I want to get an early night. Thank you. Yeah, so I can be like, hey, have you gone into the Nether? Have you fought the Ender Dragon? And then I tell them about my pyramids, and then I hear their stories. I think this is the end of the track on this side. And then you just have to deal with the fact that now you got to go all the way back the other way. I think I want to go build my pyramid now. It goes about this far or even further through a whole bunch of different terrain on the other way too, including through some swamp. Definitely a bunch of desert. I did originally strike out really far because I wanted to find a desert. Because I needed a desert to get cactuses for my pride flag, for the green part of my pride flag. But yeah, I don't remember when I eventually found out that Minecraft was sort of infinite and I wasn't going to be able to like circumnavigate Minecraft. I had this funny thing where I was saying I might not circumnavigate Minecraft because I think it's flat, but I'm a scientist. I'm striking out to find out if it's flat or not. Or if I can just draw this one line the whole way around the world and come back the other way. It's also just a relic of how I navigate when I first start in a new world. I just drop torches in a straight line. One straight line, and then that way I don't get lost. Oh my goodness, I've almost been streaming for an hour. It's so easy, like so chill to do. Hey sheep, having a swim? Okay, here's my plan. I'm gonna stream until I've built a little until I've got a bunch of blocks. I've got a bunch of stone blocks that I mined, I don't know, last time I played. And so I'm going to stream until those blocks are in my pyramid. Until they're built in my pyramid. I don't yet know. I only have one screen. Alana, who helped me, who essentially told me how to build a computer, was like, you're going to want 2 monitors. And I only got 1 monitor to keep the price down a little bit. And I do. It's true, Alana. I need 2 monitors because I need the game on one and I need the chat on the other, at the very least. And I didn't know that's the thing that I needed. But now I do need that, and I will be looking for a second monitor. I'm gonna just chill out. Danielle, I'm so glad somebody else builds pyramids. It's just very chill. It's just a very chill thing to do. The other game I've only recently played and have played a lot of now is Skyrim, and both Minecraft and Skyrim give me these moments of like being like, wow, this game's pretty. Like, you know, when the sun's going down in Minecraft, and or like you come across these vistas that are just like beautiful, and I didn't know that was an experience people were having in games. I didn't know that was a possibility. And also in Skyrim, like, even if you're not following a quest, even if you're like, I don't know, whatever's happening, you just come across beautiful places and beautiful things. I came out of a like a dungeon thing in Skyrim, and I looked out and the sun was going down, and in Skyrim there's sort of like big moons in the sky and kind of nebula looking beautiful milky sky, and the sun was going down, but then there was like an eagle, and it blew my brain because I was like, this eagle is just like, somebody's programmed this eagle to be here. But if I hadn't turned around and looked for it, I would have never seen it. I don't know. It was crazy. You've only ever played Minecraft? That's fair. Play what you like. I am a very late adopter to everything. So, I've only played a handful of games, but the handful of games I've played, I tend to, with games, if the learning curve is too big, I'll bail. So like, I'll play a lot of games on story mode, which is like what you're talking about with not having them on the bad guys turned on. It's sort of like that in Skyrim, but the bad guys are turned on, but they just like die by really easily. Yeah, I've only played a couple of games, but during COVID we got one of the first purchases we made was a Xbox, and we got Game Pass, and it seemed silly not to have a go on that. So I've played a couple of games for a lot on that. So Skyrim's on Game Pass. I played this one called, I think it's called Hellblade. I'm gonna look it up. It's so good. Yeah. So, I really like puzzle games. The first game I ever played all the way through, and essentially since being a kid, the first computer game I ever played was Portal. And I played it because the Australian show Good Games, I used to watch that all the time, and they said it was a great game, and so I played Barjo, who's really big on Twitch. He was on Good Games, and so it's very weird that it makes sense that he's big on Twitch now, but it's confusing to my head because he was like on a kids show. Anyway, yeah, so I played Portal and Portal 2, and that was great, and then I didn't play anything forever, and then we got an Xbox, and I played this game called Hellblade because it was a puzzle game. It's incredible. It's scary. I don't really like horror. It's scary. It's about a picked warrior who... a Pictish warrior who... Yeah, Portal's so good. So this other game, it's not like Portal at all, except that there are lots of really interesting puzzles that you have to solve. You also have to fight things, but yeah, there are puzzles that you have to solve. So, but it's also, the people who made it wanted to depict what it was like to have schizophrenia, which is wild, but they did a bunch of research. You have to play it with headphones on, and there are all these voices that talk to you, and she's this Pictish warrior who is going into not Valhalla. She goes into like the Viking hell. What is that called? I got it. I will remember. / look it up. Helheim. Yeah, she goes to Helheim to get the soul of her partner, and he's like trapped there because he's not a Viking or something. I don't know. It's really intense and incredible, and the way that they've like depicted mental health. While you're playing it, it's very unclear whether it's like an internal thing, whether she's actually fighting through Helheim, like that's the fantasy of the game, or if it's like an internal grief thing that you're going through with her, where because she has like, it's obvious in the cutscenes and stuff that she is mentally unwell. She has like schizophrenia, so it's unclear whether you're sort of traveling through her grief. Anyway, really intense plot, good game, and has puzzles. It made me cry. It was incredible. I'm really looking forward to, they're putting out a second one. But the game I've played the most recently is a completely different type of game, which is Skyrim. And it is on Game Pass, which is the only reason I'm playing it. And also, I'm editing some streams, some video for these people called Doge and Swift, who are some animators and comic book makers who stream on Twitch and play games. And they've been essentially telling this whole story in Skyrim. And so I'm helping edit that together for them. And it's incredible. It's called Magic Boys Go to College, and they're just two magic boys looking for the magic college in Skyrim, and then they're training up to be magical, and they're very funny. So that's what I got this incredible computer to do, essentially, is to do work like that. Here we go. Home again, jiggity jig. What is that? Is that an Australian saying? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to build at least some of my pyramid, and then I'm going to jump off so that I'm not doing this all day. What was your favourite part about Portal, Daniel? There's a baddie somewhere. Where is it? Yeah. I love Monster Factory too. Yeah. I really like it. It's a good mixture of like sandboxy, like you can do whatever you want. There's crafting, you can like make potions and stuff. It's a good mix between like you can do whatever you want, plus there's quests, and like a main storyline, but you don't have to follow the main storyline. I played it in what's called story mode, which is where everything is super easy. And that was great. It was great. But I do think I got through the main story arc a lot faster than you were meant to. But yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, it's such a beautiful game. I should go back and play more. But really, I was playing it just to get a feel for it so I could edit. I could sort of get the inside jokes of the stream and edit the stream well for the people I am working for. I don't know when those are going to come out, but I'm pretty excited for them. Alright. Let's drop some crap. I literally think my favourite part was when I finally started thinking with portals. That was genuinely... Yeah! Did you start to work out ways you could portal, like, and make your life faster by portaling around your house? Because that was an odd moment for me because I'd not played video games before. I didn't realize how much they could really like what you're saying, get into your brain, and not just solving like puzzles in the game, but like I would stop playing and then I'd be like, oh my goodness, if only I could like oh, okay, to take the washing outside, I'm gonna put a portal underneath the washing, and then I'm gonna have the basket outside, and I'm gonna shoot through the window to like make a portal like off the wall so it falls into the basket, and I'm just gonna push the washing out of the washing machine, and then it's gonna fall into the basket. That is not how real life works. But it did make me realize how quickly your brain can think you're in a video game, but try and solve problems with the physics that you've been having in the video game. I love that too. Did you play Portal 1 and Portal 2? Because I want to say something about Portal 2, but I don't want to spoil it. I really love the way that they do like the story elements in Portal as well. It's very unobtrusive, and if you're just there to solve the puzzles, then you can just solve the puzzles. But if you want more of the story, you can explore and find bits of the story. And I still am confused about, I think, is it connected? Like, is it in the world of another game? I don't know. I don't know enough about gaming, but I think it's like in the world of another game. And I want more of the story. There's an incredible comic that somebody has made, like a free comic online. That's really beautiful. That has like some of Chell's story, and I appreciate that a lot. Oh yes, so I love the voice acting of the robot that follows you around in the second one. He's so funny and like makes the whole player experience so different from the first one, because you're so alone except for the creepy mother robot thing, and in the second one, and you don't know whether to trust it or not, but the voice acting gets me every time. Hey Sarah, look, I'm streaming on YouTube, and we're talking to Danielle about Portal and about different video games we've played. You did miss when Holly was here, another Australian, and we were talking about weird Australian slang. Danielle meet Sarah, Sarah meet Danielle. Yeah, and I loved that there was more of the story in Portal 2 as well. I was glad they kind of fleshed out, you kind of got to go behind and it fleshed out the story a bit more. I appreciated that. Because, I don't know, I'm just a sucker for a story in a game. Love a story. I do know that there's a bit more of a story in Minecraft than what I have engaged with. I don't know, Danielle, if you've ever seen somebody fight the Ender Dragon and get to the end. Because there are end credits. There's an end to Minecraft. And the way that they kind of break down what the story is really interesting. I would like to get there one day. I do still feel like it mostly is teaching you how to be very good at doing a colonialism, though. Because you just kind of portal into this world and you don't look like you know, you don't look like the other residents of the world. Sarah, you better not be watching me while you're driving. Do you know how much I wouldn't ever forgive myself if anything happened to you? Just because you live in the wild, wild wests, you know, just because you live in America where there's no rules and you could do whatever you want and it's all about personal responsibility, doesn't mean... I'm joking. I'm sure you're doing it very safely. I trust you. I hope your day was good. I am wondering if you worked, but I don't want you to reply. I'm just letting you know I hope your day was good. Yeah. It's been fun learning to be a gamer. I feel like much more of a gamer now that I've like played through a bunch of games. I also really like Fallout, but the sort of quest situation in Fallout got too much for me. It was like quest upon a quest upon a quest upon a quest, and I eventually it was just done. I was just done. I was too confused. It was too many things, and I wasn't like emotionally connected to anything. Whereas in Skyrim, very early on, if you want, you can adopt an orphan, and suddenly you're trying to like make the world safer because suddenly you're like a father or a mother. I do really want to play more games that have romanceable options. Love that in a game, and Skyrim has that, but the ones that I've played so far have been very like transactional, like, and also once you have a wife, she like offers you cook you food a lot, which is very weird. However, apparently there's a mod that you can get. So Laura Bailey is a vampire in a very cool vampire in Skyrim that is like part of one of the sort of side plots. And apparently there's a mod you can get where she can be your companion, and they call it like, it's like a romanceable mod, but I think like game developers have a different idea about what romanceable means than what I mean. Like, their concept is like, you can get a companion, literally like a battle companion that will come and like fight with you if you ask them to, and they might, like, in the lines of dialogue, they might be like, I don't know, I've been looking for someone like you all my life, my love. Let us set out and make a life together. And there's not, you know, there's not much chance of rejection. There's not much to and fro. I do like, in Skyrim, you need a special necklace. And that necklace... once you put it on, it's essentially a bit of code that tells the game, you know, you're down. You want a life partner, and I do like that, so that people who don't want that, who don't sort of either like that in their games or like that at all, don't have to deal with that. But if you want to, you put on the necklace and suddenly people can flirt with you, but they don't really flirt with you. It's not really romanceable. Anyway, all this to say, I've started playing Dream Daddy, which is very good. It's a very good game. Alright. We've still got so many blocks. We're going to keep on building. But what we're going to do is we're going to find our bed. Oh, there's more people. Pedro. Hello. Thanks for dropping by. We are building a giant pyramid. It goes all the way up to the top block. Oh, that's really interesting. It's really smart that they have that mechanic where you can choose to have romanceable things or not. Yeah, Pedro, we're building this giant pyramid. I'm up to the second this side of it, the second side. Although I need to go find my bed because it's a long way back to my hut every day. And we're talking about games that we've played that we've really liked. Especially like I'm pretty have come pretty late to gaming. There's my bed. All right, let's move it. Let's move it so it's somewhere more obvious. I really liked I played that game where it's essentially like it's a company town, but good Sarah, you may talk now in chat and I will acknowledge you because you are no longer driving. Outer Worlds, I think it's called Outer Worlds. That's also another good like role RPG game. That's a lot of fun. But is also another game like Fallout, and I think it's made by the same people as Fallout, that the quests just get too complicated for me. Too like I really want to do something, right? I'm like, okay, this person wants help. I'm going to help this person. And then to help that person, this other person asks for, this other thing. And this other person asks for this other thing. And this other person asks for this other thing. And by the time you know it, you've forgotten, like, the central quest you were trying to fulfill. And you're, like, in another galaxy trying to, like, get, I don't know, kill 3 bugs because this person wants their insides. And really right at the start you were trying to save an orphan, and yeah, it's complicated. It's very complicated. I understand some people really it's also why I stopped playing Dragon Age, which is another game I played for a little bit. All these role-playing games are games that I play because I love D&D, and sometimes you can't get a table together, so you play a role-playing game. I think some people have done this before. I know Nico, I think, was trying it out, where you, like, created a map in Minecraft and sort of played D&D, role-play D&D, like, inside Minecraft in a server. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I know there are some other games, like MMO games, that you can, like, roleplay in. You can hold shift to not fall off. Yes! Yeah, so I didn't know that for ages, and it does definitely help on the edges, hey. I didn't know that for ages. I also am trying to get better at... Yeah, it does sound like fun, hey Sarah. There are probably much better places than in Minecraft to try and, like, do a group role-playing thing. Sorry, just then my brain went to the fact that I played Lasers and Feelings with a bunch of kids the other day, and it was like the best. Well, I played with Sarah and a bunch of friends, a bunch of adults, and that was great. But these kids did so well. I was so impressed. They had so many good ideas. Okay, let me get back to you. Danielle, yes, I was trying to say that I also didn't know that I could, like, just stand here and, like, hold down instead of click. But I'm not good at directing that yet, so I do make mistakes a lot. I have a question. Is the sound okay? And what about my keyboard? Because my keyboard is very loud, like when I'm on Zoom with people and stuff. And I'm wondering if playing games, if it's like too much. I need to remember now on Hit Dice Heroes not to like get distracted and be tweeting or something during the show, because my keyboard now is loud. It was probably loud before, but it's much more conspicuous now. Not that I do that a lot, but you know, sometimes you get distracted. Danielle, I'm really bad with names and connecting different people's avatars across different platforms. Have we talked before? Is there somewhere where we have conversed? Are you somebody who likes Critical Role? How did you come to be here today? Give me some context. So that I don't accidentally pretend like I don't know you when I actually do. I think I'm the worst at remembering people's names on different platforms. I can remember like people's pictures. You like the sound? Yeah, I like the sound of I like the feel of the clunky keyboard and the sound of it. I have got let me do an advanced maneuver and go back to this screen. I have got like a piece of material underneath it to try and cushion it just a little. Without it, it's a lot louder. That's something that I did not because of streaming, but because I was really annoying people I was Zooming with. Especially because sometimes when you're Zooming, you're doing it for like work and stuff, so you need to be typing. Yeah. Anyone who's interested, so this is my first ever, hang on, I can't see the chat anymore. There we go. This is my first ever trying to stream something, and it was kind of ridiculously easy to set it up. And when I say that, I'm very privileged in that I just got a brand new computer, and so it's not unhappy with me. It's not even like almost overheating in any way. So it has the ability to do it, and also you know, I had a camera and a microphone and all that kind of setup. So that stuff isn't easy to get that set up. But if you have that kind of setup, which a lot of people do now because of like lockdowns and Zoom and stuff, it literally was just about downloading a program, and then all of the transitions and stuff are built in. If you want to make it pretty and make it your own, that's a lot more. You know what, Danielle? Yeah, okay. You changed my whole life when you told me about how Matt Mercer. I do remember that comment because I was only thinking about it the other day. Because I was listening to my brother and me. And I sort of listened to random episodes to go to sleep. I wish there was a random button on Spotify. Anyway, as in for podcasts. I listen to a random episode to go to sleep, and so often it's like the Max Fun Drive. And I've been thinking recently about signing on for, because I kind of like sign on for a month, listen to what I want, and then unsubscribe from it. I've been thinking about subscribing for another month to see what's on there since you told me about Matt Mercer on the Adventure Zone. But yeah, you changed my whole life. I went and subscribed to the Max Fun like feed, and I think you might have also told me, or I think you maybe told me or the other thing I immediately found was Lin-Manuel Miranda on a bonus episode there as well. So good. So good. They recently put out the music video for the new theme song, and it's so cool because the first... Hang on. I'm going to do this just to be... No, I should... No. I was going to go back to intermission, but I got to keep building. The gods demand a pyramid. The first D&D show I ever listened to is called Dragon Friends, and it's an Australian one. And the first time I ever heard Montaigne, who's the person who made the new theme song, hang on. You know what? Just give me 1 second, because I am having a moment where Montaigne has a vibe like... No? Okay. I was like, what are her pronouns? Her pronouns are she, her. Okay. I didn't want to get that wrong. Yeah, so she was on Dragon Friends, and I didn't know who she was. And also she was just kind of like a small time Sydney artist. Did I listen to Dadlands? Yes, I love Dadlands. Wait, hang on. Is Dadlands the one, is that the one where the McElroys essentially made up their own game jam? Like, they made up their own game, and it's all about, like, being in different dad tribes, and all the children are gone, but there are still all these... Oh my goodness. Yes, I listened to that one as well. So good. Anyway, yeah, Montaigne was on Dragon Friends and sung a beautiful song. She was a bard as a guest on Dragon Friends. And then years later, there she is with Mabim Bam. And also, you know, is wildly famous now compared to back then, and also compared to a lot of the other Dragon Friends who are just friends who are all comedians in Sydney. Anyway, I highly recommend Dragon Friends, but it is very, 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 very rude and crude. It's the type of show that perpetuates the myth that in Australia we say the C word a lot, which is not untrue, but is not as true as they use it on that show. If Dadlands is the one that I'm remembering, where they all had like bum bags and they had different tokens. Now I really want to rewatch it because I remember it was so good. Oh man. Yeah. Wait. I don't think I realized that was Brennan. I think I watched that before I'd interacted with any Brennan Lee Mulligan stuff. No spoilers, but not the one that's going to come out today, but the most recent, the 7 episode, legitimately had a bit that reached into my heart and like made me realize something about myself, because Brennan is just essentially everyone's therapist, and like, oh my god, incredible. Brennan does something which is dangerous in gameplay, which is one of the things that I've done, and one of the reasons why I learnt about safety tools, because I did it in my gameplay and got scared, which is depicting people's parents. And I did that in a game with some really close friends of mine, and I didn't mean to depict their actual parental situations. Yeah, the 7 is so good. Yeah, I didn't mean to depict their... Anyway, essentially, they were starting in the town where they were all from, so they were almost all their parents were there, so they had interactions with their parents, and it's just straight therapy. It's just straight. Wait, now I want to tell you what moment this is. So Sarah and Daniel, let me know if you're, not the episode that's coming out today. I don't know if it's out yet. But the previous, most recent one, let me know if you have seen it so I can tell you this thing. Yeah, so I ended up, speaking as people's dads to people, and that accidentally lining up with like things that happened with their real parents, which I absolutely knew about because I was best friends with these people, and we didn't have safety tools at this table, but we're all best friends. I didn't know about safety tools yet, and everyone else was fine. Like, it was cathartic and good, but I was like, oh my god, this is too much. Like, this is too honest. Not too honest, too close to therapy, too close to, like, I didn't hurt anyone, but there was one stage where one of them had kind of a crappy dad. Oh no, one of them had like a crappy mum, and once I'd done being the crappy mum, this player looked me in the eye and she was like, but my dad loves me and just wants good for me. And I was like, okay. And so then it was good feedback because she was okay with the mum being, unsupportive or whatever. But she, gave really good feedback straight away. And they were all fine and loved it. But I was sweating. Okay, you're both caught up. Okay. And it comes out tomorrow for you. Oh, it's Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. Oh my goodness. It's been Thursday in my head all day. Yes, it also comes out tomorrow for me. So I was wrong. Okay, so the bit, hang on, I'm coming back. Okay, so the bit where Brennan like slowed everything down because Erica rolled really well on like entering the ballroom, and he slowed everything down and he was like, is this something your character would want? And it was essentially like, even though they're like the one that fixes all the problems and they're very, chill and not selfish and this is not like a self-centered thing, is there a part of them that's always wanted to like walk in a room and turn everyone's eye and not like be the center of attention, but like just like take everyone's breath away? Like, is that, and he said this sentence, he said something like, I ask simply to know, as in, and in a D&D sense, he's like, there's not a right answer. Oh, okay, Danielle, it's Tuesday for you, and it comes out on Wednesday, and it comes out on Thursday for me, because Critical Role is Friday for me. Oh, time zones. The people that I'm working for at the moment, doing video editing for, they stream exactly over the time that I'm asleep. It's wild. Time zones. What was I saying? Yeah. So in D&D, that's just like him as a DM making sure that your player knows like there isn't a right or a wrong answer. But as a person saying like, and I ask just to know, it's just so good. Oh, why is he just so good? Anyway, that like non-judgmental moment of being like, and there would be nothing wrong with that. Like, if you wanted, if you never thought that everyone would like care about you in that way, or like you wouldn't turn everyone's head. I don't know how to explain this. It just really got me deep down where I was like, oh my goodness, if somebody asked me that question, I'd be like, and in such a non-judgmental way, I'd be like, yeah, that would be incredible to like, I don't know, be the kind of the mysterious one at the ball that's like dressed really incredibly, and like everyone's like, you're not the belle of the ball, and you're not like the center of attention. You're just like the one that takes everyone's breath away. Anyway, the way that he said it and looked at Erica, there was just like a moment that just like got me. Oh, got me deep. That is why we say CR time. When Sarah and I essentially plan any hangout around our knowledge of when Critical Role is. Because that's like the solid bit of information we have is when Critical Role is. And then we plan our time around that. It's true. It works for us. Wait, I've lost chat. Anyway, that bit made me cry. Also, there was another bit. That bit made everything else delete from my brain. There's another bit that was really beautiful. Anyway, the 7 is incredible. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Yes, 100%. When you played D&D, Danielle, were you DM or were you player? What was your character? Tell me, I care a lot. I've recently been playing with lots of new players. So where I am at the moment, I'm in Canberra in Australia, and we're in lockdown. And so there have been lots of bored people. So I've been teaching even more new people how to play games. And I've been playing Lasers and Feelings a lot, which is a 1-page game that essentially only has one mechanic, one thing you need to remember. And it's like it is a sci-fi game, but there are lots of different hacks of it for lots of different systems. Sorry, not systems. It's called Lasers and Feelings, but there's like swords and quests, which is essentially the same vibe as Dungeons and Dragons, but with only one mechanic. And it's been going really well. But on Friday night, I get to play D&D, which I'm excited about. I am a mushroom person. I even have a mushroom hat. Currently, yeah, Sarah, it was super fun. I'm so glad. Hey, what did you think of my friends? Was it fun to hang out with a bunch of Australians for a bit? They all loved you, by the way. They thought you were great. They all had a really good time. What was I saying? Oh yeah, on Friday I get to play. So at the moment there's this problem for my mushroom character, because mushrooms are polyamorous, but they have fallen in love with their co-adventurer, who's played by my friend, and they've fallen in like monogamous love, and they're very ashamed of it and can't tell the other mushroom, and they've started like cutting themselves off, not physically but like emotionally, from the great mycelial spirit, just as my friend's character, it turns out, is like the chosen one of the great mycelial spirit. It's angsty, it's great, it's so good. We fought a giant goldfish. Yeah. I played with my little sister as DM and 2 of my best friends as the other PCs, and I play a wizard rogue who is based on Angus MacDonald. Angus MacDonald. I'm going to look that up. Angus MacDonald. Wait, do you mean an Australian contemporary visual artist, refugee activist and columnist? I don't think you do. You mean the boy detective from Adventure Zone, who is voiced by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I know what's happening. I know things. Oh, now I've lost Minecraft. Come back, Minecraft. Oh no, it's getting dark. Okay, go to bed. Danielle, I'm sorry if it's Danielle. Danielle. Even if you told me and you wrote it out, I don't know if I would be able to differentiate the difference. I have dyslexia. It's like when somebody's name is Michael, Michelle, or Michael, Mitchell, or Michelle, and I just... but let me try. If it bothers you, please stop me from mispronouncing your name and try and show me how to pronounce it correctly. If it's Danielle, put a big A, and if it's Danielle, put a big I. What, Sarah Hamilton's? Dude, Australian Hamilton got shut down because Sydney, which is where it was going to be. He's not voiced by Lynn. Isn't he? There's this picture of Lynn holding... For a brief moment this summer, I got to play the greatest boy detective. I think Lynn voiced... I think they did like a table read at a con or something. And he voiced it... hang on, can I put this in the chat? Let me see. And he voiced it just for that. Not on the show, but just for like a table reading. Sorry. Can I do this? Is this a thing I can do? Sign into chat. Why do I have to sign into chat in my own chat? Hang on. I'm just gonna like go to chat. Here's an interesting Adventure Zone thing as we're almost finished this, just for that stream. Not on the show. Oh my goodness, double stream. Okay. This is the tweet I saw, Danielle. Yeah, one interesting thing about the Adventure Zone is that right at the start when they were do you remember? I wasn't around for that, but you can hear it when you listen to the show. At the start, they're asking for names, and people who like retweet them or like them on Twitter, their names will get into the show. And there's a really popular character called Jenkins in the Adventure Zone early on, and Jenkins so Jenkins is named after a guy called Ben Jenkins, who is from Dragon Friends. He didn't have the podcast when he like wrote that. When he shared that, he was just a fan. And yeah, and he's on Dragon Friends. It's Ben Jenkins from Dragon Friends. He's on Twitter, and I didn't know that it was the same Jenkins. And I was like so blown away because I listened to all of Dragon Friends before I listened to the Adventure Zone. And I'm like, oh my god, it's you! You're named after one of the characters in this really popular D&D show. And you're from this tiny D&D show that I listen to. It's not so tiny anymore. Dragon Friends is doing pretty good. Also, Sarah, for a weird turn of events because Australia is the way Australia is, the person called Haley is Ben Jenkins' cousin. Haley, who was the audience. When chat is on slow, can you see if I say something outside of that? I don't know. I put chat on slow only because I don't have moderators, and because I didn't know how... I don't know if there was suddenly going to be 100 people in, or because Twitch has been like a bit of a dumpster fire recently. I thought if I put on slow, I'd be able to like handle it a bit, but it's on like a whole minute. Hey, that's kind of annoying. I wonder if I can take it off slow mode. Chat settings. Okay. Toggle timestamps. Chat. Live chat. Top chat. I want top chat. I want live chat. Chat box. Look, I know how to. I only just learnt this, so I don't know. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Sarah. I don't think I will stream very often at all. But this was fun. I don't have an answer for you, Danielle. And I don't know how to turn it off. Turn it off slow mode. Now that I'm here. Oh, maybe it's in the slow mode's in the creator studio, maybe? Hang on. Maybe it's here. No. I don't know how to do it. Analytics, stream health, stream, analytics. Can you see this? I probably shouldn't be showing you the back end of this. Oh no, you can't see it. Oh, you said to call me Danny, and you didn't mention it. I didn't see that. Sorry, Danny. Thank you. I appreciate that. I apologize for not calling you Danny. I didn't see it. Yeah, anyway, I thought it was crazy that person who was in the show that introduced me to D&D was the namesake for the Jenkins in the Really Big D&D show. Isn't that cool? Thank you for letting me chat at you guys. I really appreciate chat and with you guys. I really appreciated it. And it's good to know that, check it out, my computer can do this. Yes. My next trial will be seeing if it works for Twitch so that Alana and Nico don't have to always be the ones that stream, especially if I DM again, which I might. Maybe. It's very soon. Maybe. Thank you, Danny and Sarah. And there's somebody else still hanging around, but I don't know if it's Pedro or somebody new. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Thank you for seeing my Minecraft world. And maybe I'll do this again another time. Alana, I'm leaving now. I just streamed for like almost 2 hours. I'm not upset that you're here late. I'm just upset that you're not going to be able to hang out because I'm about to leave. Thank you so much, Danny. Thanks for the chat about games. I think it's very funny that we've essentially played the same 2 games. But yeah, I think that's great. And yes, Alana, look, I can do these things. I was playing Minecraft before, and my computer that you helped me build was dealing with that very well. No like lag or latency or anything. And it was playing the sound, and I think my microphone's not too bad. And I did put the live chat on slow mode, and I can't work out how to change it off slow mode. So that's something that we're going to work on. I put it on slow mode because I didn't want, I don't know, it felt like the safe thing to do. But once I was streaming, I couldn't work out how to turn it off. But yeah, maybe this means I can stream on Twitch, Alana, instead of you having to control all that side of it, because this is actually, especially with Streamlabs, this is actually really easy. And I can see how I could like add our normal overlays into this as well. Yay! All right, I'm gonna go. This has been fun. Thank you very much. If you are watching this and you didn't watch it live, that's wild. I hope you're having fun. Well, keep streaming and I'll hang out, and then invite me to play D&D. Absolutely, Danny. Absolutely. I don't play heaps and heaps at them. I don't run heaps and heaps at the moment of D&D. But you know, Alana has like a whole show that she can invite guests onto. So she's there. Alrighty. But definitely, Danny, I want you to play D&D again very soon. Okay, it's very hard to finish. I'm going to finish now. Goodbye, everybody. Have an amazing rest of